The silence of the cemetery was shattered by a sharp command. "Hands where I can see them." A man in a dark suit knelt quietly by a gravestone, his shoulders trembling with grief. A bouquet of white lilies rested beside him. The officer's taser buzzed ominously. Final warning. But the man didn't flinch. Then crack, the taser fired. He collapsed forward, arms sprawled across the grave, shaking uncontrollably. Just 11 minutes earlier, he had been handed a folded flag by the honor guard. His name was Staff Sergeant David Kern, a two-time combat veteran. He had just buried his younger brother, Corporal Adam Kern, who had died in a training accident. David had stayed behind at the grave, not realizing the cemetery had closed. He wasn't hiding. He was grieving. But the new officer on duty saw only a trespasser. The officer had warned him, "Sir, you're on restricted grounds." David didn't respond. He just pressed his forehead against the cold marble. The officer called for backup. Seeing no response, he escalated. The taser jolted David to the ground. Onlookers gasped. A woman screamed. David writhed in pain, his dress uniform scraping against the grass. He wasn't resisting, he was breaking. And just then, from the distance, tires screeched. Two Marines were running across the cemetery. Two Marines in dress blues sprinted across the cemetery grounds. "Sergeant Kern," one of them called out as they approached. They didn't raise weapons or shout. They saluted. One of them knelt beside David, gently shielding him from the officer. "We've got you, brother," he said. The officer stepped back, confused and unsure. "These men aren't intruders," said the taller Marine. "They served with him. That man you just tased, he buried his only family 20 minutes ago." The officer began to cuff David, muttering, "You're under arrest," but his voice lacked the same force as before. Then the Marine pulled out a phone. He played a video. In the footage, David wasn't being aggressive or threatening. He was grieving, motionless, respectful. The officer's actions had been unnecessary. Everyone could see it now. David was uncuffed and released. The officer was suspended pending investigation. David knelt once more by the headstone, but this time he wasn't alone. His unit stood beside him, silent, steady, proud. Because not all battles are fought with rifles. Some are fought in silence, in sorrow, in places where rules should bow to compassion. And for Sergeant David Kern, that day wasn't the end of honor. It was the beginning of healing.